Hi guys, welcome back to Trinica Creates. In this video, I'll show you how I make these personalized stamps using my Silhouette Mint machine. If you're new to my channel, please make sure to subscribe and like and comment on this video. So I want to make a logo stamp for my YouTube channel. So I want it to say Trinica Creates. I've already created this file in my Silhouette Studio account. So I'm going to go to my library and open up that file which I've imported into the Silhouette Mint library. And it's one of my personal designs. So I'm going to go to my own designs and then open up that file. And then I'm going to resize it down. The design area, the white area, is the size of the stamp that you're using. And so I forget what it defaults to, but I'm going to go in and change it to the size stamp that I want to use. So I want to be able to have text and an image on this stamp. So I'm going to change this size. And I think the stamp that I'm going to end up with is the 30 by 30 size stamp. So I'm going to make the selection and then resize my logo to go with, to refit into that size stamp. So I'll show you what that looks like. So here in the stamp filters, it has the standard where everything that's black will be, you'll be able to ink that. That'll be a part of your stamp. Or you can add different patterns to it. You can make it like a comic feature where it's only the outline. So it's different features that you have to filter your design once you have it. I want the full image of my letters, so I'm going to leave it as realistic or standard so that I get the full effect and I can ink all of it. So now I'm going to search for a hot glue gun image on Google, and I'm just gonna pull up that Google image search, and I'm going to make sure that this is an image that is labeled for reuse so that I can use it on my stamp. And once I have that, I'm going to drag it to the desktop on my Mac computer, and then I can just drag it into the Silhouette Mint software. Now that I have my image selected, I am moving that onto my design area for my stamp, and I'm just going to resize it. What I kind of wanted, I don't want to change the font, but I want it to seem like the hot glue gun wrote out the logo, or it was like glued together. So I'm going to arrange that so you can see more. You could kind of tell that this is a hot glue gun the way I position it. And then I'm also going to adjust the image so that you can see the details of the glue stick inside the glue gun, just so it's clear what this is. I know what it is, but looking at it, someone might not be able to tell. Once I have my design how I want it, positioned the way I want, I'm going to prepare to send it to the Mint machine. And it's really simple. I mean, the area that's black is the area that's going to be the part of the stamp. Anything that's white will not be included, so it'll be sealed off and it will not be able to absorb ink. And I'll show you how I ink the stamp once it's created. So now I'm just going to select to send my design to the Mint machine so that the stamp can be. The stamps come with a wood block to hold the stamp onto, and then the stamp pad itself comes with 2 labels, so you can do like a test label of the stamp you want to make with it, and then it comes with this little cartridge, and that's actually where the stamp material is, and this is the part that will go inside the back of the machine. So I'm going to take you see this cartridge, and it shows you the size, the 3030S. That is the size of the stamp. And so now that the light is blinking, it's ready for me to insert the cartridge through the back. Now you can see that the cartridge is coming out of the front of the Mint machine with my design sealed. And this takes seconds. It's less than a minute to print a stamp. This hasn't been sped up or anything. So there's my stamp. It appears upside down right now, but once I pull it out of this cartridge, you'll see. So you just fold this in half to break the seal. There's a plastic seal protecting the stamp. And then you pull that out and pull away the plastic film. There's a plastic film on top. And I have my stamp. And so the area that is gray is the area that will absorb ink, and the area that's black will not. So this is the stamp pad, and it has an adhesive backing. So I'm going to place the stamp onto this adhesive pad. And now this stamp can be inked. So it's really simple. This just snaps on. And I can ink it. So I'll show you what that looks like. The Silhouette Mint machine comes with 4 different ink bottles: red, yellow, blue, and black. So I'm just going to use these basic colors for this purpose. I don't need any fancy colors. And I'm going to show you how I re-ink a stamp that I already made. So this one was a My Mood stamp, and it's more like a pop culture stamp. It has Harry Potter, Sheldon Cooper from The Big Bang Theory, T'Challa from Black Panther, and then Khal Drogo from Game of Thrones. I made this a while ago, and some of the ink was starting to dry out, so I wanted to re-ink it and show you like these are reusable. You can re-ink them over and over, and as they dry out you can even change the colors. So you just put the ink on the absorbent area of the design, and then you let it sit and it absorbs. Simple as that. So once the ink has absorbed, you do need to do some test stamps to get any residual ink that has smeared around the design off. Usually it takes about 5 stamps to get a pretty clean, consistent stamp image. So I'll show you what that looks like. So there's some bleed when I first stamp, and then as you can see, the image starts to clear up and become more consistent. So you can see from the first stamp to the 5th stamp, there's a clearer image. And like I said before, it doesn't matter how close you get to the edge of that design area, you're gonna get your whole image in that design. The machine is very precise. And this is my restamped image. These come out a lot more vivid because there was already ink in this stamp, and so by me re-inking it with the same colors, these colors are a lot more vivid, as you can see. So I can go back in and re-ink my logo if I want to, but you can clearly see the images, and these are really small images when you think about it, and they're very precise. So I'm just going to stamp the label for my logo. So this way, if I decide to use that block for a different image, I know what this stamp pad, I can slide that off and I know what this stamp pad has without opening it up and drying out the ink. So very convenient. I have my 2 stamps. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content from me. Thank you.